Michel Bauwens and Jan Bolen. I think we met Michel because of you, Jan, a few years ago when we were thinking about Atelier Luma. And we had read about a lot of the things he was writing about P2P. And then finally, one day, we were lucky enough to all meet together at Luma Days 1, at least for my case. Today, we're in a much different situation. We were planning to do Luma Days 4, in transit, a geography of change. And now, seeing the present circumstances, it seems kind of to have an eerie note to it. This geography of change has actually come to be in so little time. I think the first question we're trying to ask everyone right now is, what world are you living in now? I mean, the place, the space, your headspace.
Right.
Where are you at this present time?
Right. I'm in Chiang Mai, which is my home, with my wife and my two of my 4 children. I was in Belgium when, so I left Belgium. I left for Belgium the 15th of February, but then I had, the Thai airspace was going to close. That would require certificates, which we can get in Belgium. There's no way to get tested. So I flew back, just not to make sure that we were all together in these times. Went into quarantine for 2 weeks. That was hard because you're home, but you can't really, touch your family. And now we're in confinement. We can go to grocery shopping every other day or something like that, but spend most of our time together. And so I always say that we live in 2 worlds. We have the geographical world, our cities and neighborhoods and nation states. And we have a virtual world of, sharing ideas with people everywhere. And in some way, I think it's kind of a weird situation, because even though we are geographically rooted, we can't really go out and we can't really meet people. So we're kind of forced into the virtual territory. I find that interesting. And that's good for one thing, which is people are talking, imagining, speaking. So it's like a flowering of self-reflection going on. But also, deep frustration and unhappiness because of our mammalian needs are not well taken care of.
Yeah, this being in 2 worlds is also something in another conversation we had, or at least Vasilis, the senior curator of Luma, who was interviewing an artist, was also talking about being very local at the same time and being very international at the same time by being in that virtual world. Will these notions after the confinement, in your opinion, will that really change, and will that be strengthened?
I think so. I mean, I see ourselves being in a transition period between 2 stable systems. One which is dying and cannot cope with a balance with nature, basically. And one that should be the outcome, which is a human system that can live within planetary boundaries. And so I see COVID as one of the shocks, but not as the shock. So I think it's important to realize that societies don't change just because of one event. It's a process, and you could say there was one between the French Revolution and 1815, the Napoleonic Wars. That took a good, 25, 30 years. Yeah. There was another one between World War II and World War I and World War II. That took 40 years. Each time at the end, there's another system that came up. And so I think 2008 is the start, but this is going to last some time. And so I said it's the great revealer and the great accelerator. But it's not enough. People don't change just because of one shock, because, even myself, my first reaction is, oh my God, when this is over, I want to get a massage. I want to, I want to go eat well. So even myself, I see I have this urge to at least to restore some normalcy, to our lives. So there was an interesting scenario exercise at the European Trade Union. They came up with 4. So one is return to normal. So, zombie neoliberalism just going on, basically. The second one was the surveillance state.
Mm-hmm.
The third one, I forgot the third one. The fourth one was what we would like a transformation. Mm-hmm. I forgot not. So I think we should think in scenarios, but I don't think nothing will change. That's for sure. Mm-hmm. This is not. This is an event that goes very deep into our nervous system.
It's a physical experience. It's
a physical experience.
Yeah.